Well, we're seeing a new and stronger relationship between two countries. It has a tremendous prophetic significance. Russia and Turkey. That's the way it looks. After the president of Turkey met with Vladimir Putin in Russia this week.
That visit could have historic implications, especially as the Turkish president continues his crackdown after a recent coup attempt. George Thomas brings us the story.
For centuries, their two countries were arch enemies. But this week in St. Petersburg, Russia's President Vladimir Putin and Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan decided they could no longer afford a Cold War.
I see this visit as a start of a new era in our bilateral relations.
The new beginning has caught some in the capitals of Europe and Washington by surprise.
Your visit, despite the very difficult political situation in Turkey, shows that we all want our dialogue to be resumed and our relations to be restored for the sake of the Russian and Turkish people.
Both countries tried to forge closer ties in the past, but were undone by the war in Syria. Putin backed Syria's Bashar al-Assad, while Erdogan supported his enemies.
They still cannot agree on what they can do in Syria.
Then last November, Turkey shot down a Russian warplane that it said had violated its airspace on the Syrian border. Putin called Erdogan a backstabber and demanded an apology. Erdogan refused. Putin retaliated by imposing trade sanctions, which cost Turkey billions of dollars.
For example, 98% of the Russian tourists has been lost, which was a huge number for the Turkish economy. And also some very important economic projects, such as the Turkish Stream natural gas pipeline or Turkey's first nuclear power plant, they had to be postponed.
But the recent failed coup in Turkey appears to have precipitated a reset in relations. Erdogan alarmed the West by arresting nearly 18,000 people on suspicion of trying to overthrow his government. Tens of thousands of others lost their jobs for backing the coup. Some Turks even blamed the US for orchestrating the uprising. Putin, on the other hand, supported Erdogan during the coup, causing strain in relations between US and Russia and US and Turkey. While some worry Russia and Turkey's new friendship could be bad news for the West.
If any country gets closer to Russia, it becomes a reason for panic. It's a basis for countermeasures.
Others welcome a possible new alliance.
The EU and America want to isolate Russia. Turkey is also isolated by some European countries. So improved relations between Russia and Turkey are good for both sides.
George Thomas, CBN News.
Ladies and gentlemen, read the Bible. Get a copy of the Bible and look at the 38th chapter of the book of the prophet Ezekiel and see what it says. In the latter days, a coalition of forces is coming against Israel. It talks about Gog and Magog and all these strange things, and there's one country called Gomer. Well, where is that located? It's in Turkey. Most of those countries in the Gog and Magog are in Turkey. And then you've got Rosh, which means head in Hebrew. And it's not Russia, it's Rosh, the head. And the Caucasian Muslim territories of Russia joining together with Turkey, joining together with Iran in a coalition against Israel. It's like in the front pages of the paper. It's there. Read it in the Bible. And this is not some happy time if there's a rapprochement between Turkey and Russia. That's prophetically significant.